Hey guys, Kay's back here with another video, and I know it's been a while since I've gotten a video out. My luck with technology and computers this past month-ish haven't been the greatest, so that's been pretty fun. But back to today, we will be talking about another high school romance. Wow, who could have guessed? It's almost like that's all I've talked about here. But the show is called Maid Sama, or Class President is a Maid. If you guys enjoy the video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And maybe in the future, just to please my friends that keep asking me, I'll watch The Forbidden Show. So for a quick catch-up round, for people who haven't watched the show before we get more into characters and what I liked about the show, we meet the student council president of Sasaki High. Sorry, I never learned the name of the school. Give me a second. We are going to learn something new together. What is the... Well, that is, My Hero Academia, not Maid Sama. Okay, it is called Seika High. Interesting. Well, where were we? Oh, right. We meet the student council president of Seika High, Misaki Aizawa. For the purposes of the video, I will be referring to her as Misa because that's what she's referred to in most of the show. She's portrayed as a super hardworking girl who is trying to be the top of her class. Her father left her and her family in debt, so she works at a maid cafe after school called Maid Latte. We're told the reason she works there, and the reason she works so hard in school is because when Seika first went to co-ed, it was terrible when she got there, with guys looking at lewd stuff.
Is that pornographic material you've got over there?
And saying weird things to girls, so she wanted to change that for the better. At some point, we meet the loner but hot guy, Takumi Usui. Again, for the purposes of the video, I'm going to be referring to him as Usui. Miso refers to Usui as her perverted stalker majority of the time.
That'd be so hot. I'd make a collector's album titled 365 Days of Misaki's Sleeping Faces and have a different angle for every day of the week.
Stay away from me, you freak!
Because he conveniently is everywhere she is. We meet some other notable people most of the time, but we'll talk about them later if they have a significant role or have something that is deemed worthy for characters. Okay, to pick up the pace, we are going to rapid fire stuff about characters that I remember. Misa knows Ultra Instinct as shown in the first episode.
Shut up! I said I'd do it later!
I've also heard that she's pretty strong. Usui is her stalker that's always there at the right time and turns into her golden retriever that protects her pretty much. Oh, and he is also holding back all the time, as he states. Sakura, no, not that one. This Sakura. She doesn't know how to tell when a guy is corrupt, but I can give props to the guy that she did give the second chance to. I mean, props to Kuga, he came around eventually. Shizuku, I know nothing about. The Miyabiguwa-oka president is a weird dude with some interesting fetishes about throwing cash at girls he can't figure out how to ask out. The Maid Latte workers are grouped in one, and I'll talk about them individually more later if it comes to it. Aoi is a dude that likes cross-dressing as a girl, and absolutely no one can tell besides Usui.
A special omelet just for me today.
I'm a customer today.
Then why don't we sit together?
No, thank you. I haven't sat upstairs in a while.
Hinata is the one childhood friend that showed up for the last 3 episodes that I absolutely hate, tries to win the lead girl, and he's pretty much the Shiori of Maid Sama. Overall, I thought the show was pretty good, and it's nice looking back on some of these older shows that I haven't watched before. I think everyone usually was like what I was. They're skeptical about watching a show about a high schooler that works at a maid cafe, but it was actually pretty funny. I really liked any moments where Usui was there, and I think you can pretty quickly make out that he was one of my favorite characters in the show. The episode where the 2 dudes broke in, it was really interesting to see Misa break out of the handcuffs and throw him to the ground, and Usui come through the window at the same time. Honestly, Usui and his timing is great. Anytime Misa needs him, he just swoops in, saves the day. I mean, there was an episode where she went to Miyabiguwa-oka, which is their rival school, and the president pinned Misa on the table and had like this weird fetish of he couldn't ask her out, so he threw money at her to try and get her to go to school with them or something. But then Usui came in and saved the day. and it was really cool. I feel like the side characters were interesting enough that I knew who they were besides Shizuku, the black-haired girl. I always forget her name. The trio of guys that we met at the beginning, yes, I call them the trio because I didn't learn any of their names, besides Naoya. And no, it's not the JJK Naoya. Yes, I am LARPing right now. I have not watched season 3, but I have seen tons of stuff on TikTok. I really liked them as a whole, how they went from being a pain in the butt in the first episode to supporters of Misa and spending all their money at the cafe. I also really liked the one episode where Naoya, or as he was called, the White Demon when he was in junior high, but he got to meet up with a kid that he picked up into his little club place, and they got to show their brotherly love by throwing fists at each other. This is like some Yuji and Todo type of thing. I feel like the vice president got picked on a lot, from him wearing a maid outfit during the sports festival stuff, and getting treated like the girl. The beach episodes were really good. I enjoyed the volleyball match with Usui and Erika. I found it really funny that Usui folded really fast when Misa said she was his enemy. I feel like the sports festival episodes were really funny. I found it really cool that Usui caught up with them and saved the kiss and gave it to Misa. During the beach episodes, I found it was really interesting to see Usui give Misa a hickey on her back so she wouldn't wear a revealing outfit while serving the customers. Aoi was a interesting character to say the least. He's a femboy that thinks they are hated unless they are an internet follower.
How could you not hate me?
Sakura is one of the side characters that is okay, decent. I mainly remember her for the time when she went to lunch with that indie boy band and she liked the lead singer, I think he was, Kuga, and he was using her, but by the end of the show, he at least came around and he seems like a nice guy that he's actually being nice to her for once. Shizuku is super forgettable. Same with the Ayuzawa cram school guys. Kono was also a pretty neat add-on, but I don't feel like he got enough screen time later, besides the arc where he was the villain and trying to make Misa forget stuff, and when he was also helping the girls out with their school cafe in his bunny outfit. The Maid Latte staff was also really nice and cool. It was interesting seeing the one lady that was always referred to as her dark or evil version, because she always pushed Misa in wrong ways, but it always worked. It was an interesting character. I thought it was really cool. Yes, I disliked seeing this dude show up so much that he has his own dedicated section for him, and it is Mr. Country Boy himself, Hinata. To preface this section, I feel there are very few shows where the childhood friend should win, because they already had their shot and they either chose to not take it or missed their shot, and this is not one of those moments. Honestly, it just really annoys me how late he showed up in the show and got in on the secret that Misa works as a maid server. It also irritates me how oblivious he is. And I don't mean like this is the cute, funny oblivious where it's like, oh, he's so oblivious, I could do this. No, he is annoying oblivious. You can literally see Misa is eating those sweets next to you. Huh, I wonder who that is. I wonder who. He also keeps talking about how it's fate that he got brought back to where he was. I very much disagree. You just came back because you wanted to see her. It's not fate. He pretty much intervened any time when Misa and Usui were together, which were some of my favorite moments, so I naturally dislike him from this.
I'm a huge freak who likes maids more than anything else in the world. All my favorite books are about maids. I visit maid cafes every single day, and I collect maid figurines too. My heart races every time I play maid dating games, and in my spare time I dress in maid costumes and breathe heavily while I stare at myself in the mirror.
Now we get to one of my favorite parts of this video, actually. Misa and Usui. This includes pretty much any time that these two were together. I feel like they were great scenes. Any moment they had together, I absolutely loved. Usui, by the end of the show, turns into her golden retriever protector, and I absolutely love that. Anytime Misa was in trouble, Usui was there and ready to protect her. I also thought it was really unique to see Usui not take an offensive stance at the person that was harming her, but he would take Misa back, but instead he took a defensive stance and made sure she was protected instead of trying to fight off the other person. I also really enjoyed the scene where Kono like hypnotized or whatever, and she said yes to everything Usui asked her. Are you drunk? Yes!
What's your problem? It's just you, Usui. What you doing in here? I got it. Come to planet another smoochie smooch on all your Gamera. Is that it? You big freaking pervert.
President, did you happen to drink something strange?
You freaking sexually.
I also found the episode where they were doing the tryout of the footman job really funny.
Flat as an ironing board.
Usui sacrificing his arm for Misa and Maid Latte, even pushing it to play the violin during his injuries was really nice. After this, actually, Misa went to Usui's house and took care and fed him, and that lucky dude got her to blow on his food and feed it to him. My two favorite moments with these two are, of course, the episode with the Ayuzawa cram school when they first show up. Usui had a picture of Misa from the cafe that he took with her, and she tried to take it from him, leading to him dropping it off the roof and it doing the dramatic floating down there, landing right near the Ayuzawa cram school. And Misa is still trying to decide if she's gonna tell them what her job is because they all look up to her. But as he's getting ready to jump off the ceiling to go down there and get it, he kisses Misa and then jumps off. And when Misa finds him, he's sitting in the pool slicking his hair back. And she turns around to go and tell the Ayuzawa cram school, and Usui covers her mouth, stops her, and says,
You mean how every day after school I pay for your services, right? As my reward, let's keep it a secret, okay, Miss President?
completely throwing the Ayuzawa cram school off. Another favorite moment I had, which is probably one of my favorites, is the festival arc at the end of the show. I loved that love trial competition. I thought it was really goofy how you could see Usui picking on Misa, and she did not take that lightly. The ending was beautiful, with Misa finally being able to express how she doesn't understand how she fell for Usui, but she did it anyway. And they both admit that they've been holding back on each other for the entire show. And unlike in the beach episodes, when the firework goes off, they finally ended on a kiss. All in all, I really enjoyed the show. I know it took me a while to get this video out. Tech issues. I forgot to save all of the assets I saved for this video, so I had to restart the show. I watched it on 2 times speed to get everything back. But as much as I wish this show would get a season 2, it's sadly very unlikely since this show premiered a whole 16 years ago, and if we got anything, it would probably be a remake for season 1 first. This will probably be one of the shows I pick up the manga for so I know what happens, like I did with More Than a Married Couple but Not Lovers. And yes, I saw the news. We won. The More Than a Married Couple manga is coming back hopefully soon. Anyways, thank you guys for watching me rant about anime, and I hope you guys swing by for the next video. I would love it if you guys could hit that like and subscribe button. It gets me one step closer to my dreams. And comment a show that you want me to watch next, and I probably will. Later, guys.